Where do we go from here? Is reform possible? I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so. The monolith of neoliberalism that infects both parties destroyed our movement within a matter of a handful of phone calls. Okay, from Barack Obama to the neoliberal establishment. All those days and years of volunteerism, of donating, of building grassroots movements for at least the past 5 years with Bernie Sanders was destroyed in a matter of a handful of phone calls. Okay, so if our movement can be decimated with a handful of phone calls, it's not going to beat the neoliberal establishment. Let's just be honest about that. Okay, as good as the movement is and what we believe in, the neoliberal establishment is a monolith that is pretty close to untouchable. Because once again, it's not one party, it's both parties. Neoliberalism is a set of economic policies that both parties take part in. And these policies obviously favor the 1%, obviously favor Wall Street, corporate elites, etc. You know who they are. And you know, in those phone calls, Barack Obama went to bat for that neoliberal monolith against our grassroots progressive movement and decimated it. Which says a lot about that guy. In case you were confused who Barack Obama is, let that be put to rest. He is a neoliberal establishment shill. I've known this forever. I didn't vote for him either times. I didn't like him. Still don't like him. We'll never like him, but a lot of people do. And I understand. Like, he's a good politician. I'll give him credit where credit's due. But who he is someone who destroyed our movement with a couple phone calls. So it's like, I mean, I don't know anyone who calls themselves progressive can really like this guy anymore. But I just don't see change coming from inside this two-party system. It's too strong. It is too fortified. It owns everything. It owns all corporations, all major industry. You know, they got their hands in every major pie in this country. And it's just not going to happen from within the structure as much as I want it to. As much as I want the Justice Democrats to change things up. As much as I want AOC to run in 2024. And I hope she does. And change the system. I don't see it happening. And I think we have to wake up to this reality, because we've been so gung-ho for our movement, I don't think we really read the tea leaves correctly. How this neoliberal establishment is stronger than we give them credit for, okay? And no one wants to say that. I don't want to admit that. I know you don't either. But it's the truth. It's like I said, it's fortified. It's not going anywhere. So the change from inside will continue to be incrementalism, painful incrementalism, as the working class suffers. That's just the way it is. If there's going to be change, it will come from the outside. I don't know how. I don't know by what method. I don't know who's going to lead it. But the only possible change would come from the outside. And like I said, I don't really know. Maybe we can talk about that. Maybe we can come up with some ideas. You know, you see things in Europe taking off, like the Yellow Vest movement against neoliberal policies. You know, in France, and in other countries too. The media has a blackout on it, but it's out there. It's still going. I don't know if we do that here. You know, talks of a general strike. Like, these are good ideas. We need ideas right now, because the old ways of thinking reform is going to happen from within this neoliberal monolith, two-party system, it ain't going to happen. Just get that out of your heads. It's not going to happen. I don't... If you think it can happen, convince me down in the comments, because I don't think it can happen. I mean, I think it's just time to own up to reality here and focus on change from outside of the two-party system, not from the inside out. So that's just where I'm at. That's just what I'm convinced of right now. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What are you convinced of right now? Can the two-party system ever change to serve the working class once again? Let me know. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell, and I'll meet you in the comments.